Hi team, today is a very exciting day. I get to show off my commission painted army, painted for me by Den of Imagination Painting Studios. This is a 2,000 point Deathwing only force. Now I had this painted for the No Retreat Legends tournament. The idea is that this list will do okay, or at least not suck at a tournament level. And it's also, because it's 2,000 points worth of Deathwing, it's a nice core to build around if I want to expand in the future, maybe add some Raven Wing or some Green Wing. It's an absolutely gorgeous army. I'm very excited to play with it. So let's stop looking at my ugly face and let's go have a look at some miniatures. And here it is, 2,000 points, bang on the nose, 43 models. Well, 45 models if you count my two little space Yodas. My custom paint scheme, Deathwing army, the Sons of the Lion. Now, before we go any further, Den of Imagination are my sponsors. So you can buy this army. In the video description below, there's a button that you can click on. It's like a one-click deal thing. Awesome. It pays for the models, the assembly, the painting, even the custom bases, which are also from Den of Imagination. So if you ever wanted to own one of my armies, well, you can. You just click on the button. It's awesomeness. This glorious Chaplain here, however, is from the Indominators box set, and I've converted him. I've given him like a chainsword from the Mark III Iron pack and the backpack there, the jump, making him into a jump Chaplain. What they've said is, if you get this army and they've got any of these models in their massive pile of bits, then you'll get him. Otherwise, it'll be the normal Space Marine jump Chaplain that you get if you get this army. But when I paid for all this and put it all together, because I assembled all these guys, and then sent them off to them, I did have an Indominators Chaplain lying around, and he's an interrogator Chaplain, so I wanted him to look a bit special. So yeah. You can get this army with the cool bases, everything. 30 Terminators, 11 Blade Guard, 2 characters. He's an elite, he's the Deathwing Apothecary, he's the HQ. Anyway, that's the shout outs, that's who's painted it, and that's how you can get hold of your own army that looks like this. And now on to the showcase. Deathwing. Deathwing are normally bone white. I didn't want bone white. There's loads of bone white armies out there. I think they're glorious. I love the look of the normal Deathwing, but I wanted something unique. Well, unique for now anyway. I don't have a custom anything, except for potentially the Death Guard. But I don't have a custom anything on any of my armies. Oh, and potentially the Grey Knights as well. But apart from that, I wanted something special, different, that looked gorgeous. So we have the black and the green of Caliban, with accents of orange here or there, particularly the Xenos blood that Blade Guard is wiping off of his sword. And then accents of white and greys to help make the models pop. And so here is my Chaplain, the leader of this Deathwing force, with those rich greens and those sharp blacks. He's still nameless. So if anyone wants to give him a name or pop some suggestions down in the comment section below, Focus, then I would be very grateful. Thank you very much. Do like the little details picked out here and there, the sharp edges. I hate edge highlighting. It is it's so finicky. But fortunately, Den of Imagination are very good at it and can do it much, much better than I. So, because Space Marines, it's all about that edge highlighting, right? Maybe I should get one of those turn trays that you can put it on and put some music to it, and I haven't got one of them. I'm not going to do that. Next we have the Blade Guard models, very striking. The power swords done in a colour scheme which complements the black, the white greys, the greens. And then I really like the nice level of detail. If you look at those shields that they have over their right breastplates, it's just those little touches on the models here and there which really bring them to life. The shot from behind, you can see the green of the tabards and these Blade Guard vets with the shields hanging off their back. I mean, they are just awesome, cool, aren't they? When I modelled these together, I deliberately made sure a bunch of them were holding their heavy bolt pistols rather than swords, to remind me that Blade Guard can actually shoot. Because some of them have pistols in their hands. Because during playtesting, that's something I often forgot. Yeah, so after I make this video, I need to make another video about why I chose the Deathwing and my tournament practice journey to No Retreat Legends. So that'll be coming up within a day or so. Need to go away and have a good think about what I'm doing first, though, because I'm just so excited to get these and show these off to you. Look, sergeants. kneecap. See the detail on the kneecap denoting the sergeant? On the terminators, for example, everyone with a green hood denotes the sergeants in those squads. Except for my Space Yodas, they are definitely not sergeants. Right, the Terminators are done exactly the same way. There's 4 of them with the hammers and the shields. And I wanted them to look specifically Deathwing-esque. I wanted them to look Dark Angels-esque. And when I stuck these together, I just used the shields that were available in the normal Deathwing box, because the Deathwing thingy bob box that you get for Deathwing Terminators, well, it comes with it comes with everything you need, but not enough hammers. So then I had to go and buy another box. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I had to buy another box of Assault Terminators just to get enough hammers, but that also gave me the extra model I needed to make the apothecary, this dude, to make this dude for these squads. But that was the cheapest, most efficient way to do it. So in this squad, the Sergeant has a hammer and shield. In the other squads, they've just got claws. And honestly, there's no real difference between putting them on your sergeants and putting them on your claws when these squads are tooled up the same, really. But it just looked cool. I like the idea of having a sergeant running around with a hammer, and then I made that hammer master crafted, so it's a damage 4 hammer, which is just absolutely brutal. Didn't do it on the other ones, but I've done it on the one squad. Here we see the 3 sergeants side by side. Those hoods, those heads, you get them from the normal Deathwing Terminator box, and as you can see, the greens, the blacks, the whites and the greys really helping complement each other there. And what helps to set them off, of course, is the different tones and the deck textures coming up from those bases. I know nothing about colour theory, other than there's a colour theory that says when you paint stuff, you should think about the colours that you're putting on the miniatures, what complements each other, what works well, what helps each colour stand out. Certain shades and tones work together, certain shades and tones don't. I do know from bitter experience that if you complicate models with too many colours, particularly bright or overlapping colours, then you're going to get an army that looks, well, very Eldar. And who wants an Eldar army? Yes, of course, there are some Space Marine chapters that do have a riot of colours, but they're in the minority. Most of the Space Marine chapters, the big and famous ones that we know well, have a couple of colours, or the yellow ones, or the red ones, or the grey ones. They stick to a theme, a block, an argument of colour. There was a thing back in 4th edition where you had convergent and divergent chapters, and you'd get a benefit if you picked Have Pride in your colours. That was a thing once. Yeah, so for me, a dominant colour for your armour with sharp edges, that says Space Marines to me. Here are, I think, my favourite miniatures out of this collection. Really like the detail on the shoulders, on the Chaplain and on his Crozius. The Val Xenos blood, I'm so pleased they didn't paint it red, because it's Xenos, right? This guy striding forward. I mean, the Blade Guard models are just gorgeous. And yes, I do like the Space Yoda. He's so cute. Because they're painted the same green as the rest of the army, they blend in quite nice. And it adds that little pop of colour when you look down at them from the tabletop. So for me, this army consists of an amazing colour scheme, an absolute metric ton of edge highlighting, and lots of wet blending on the helmets and the tabards and the cloaks and the holsters and things like that. And then loads of little precision work that I couldn't do on all the little bits and pieces here and there, like the knee pads and the faces and the shoulder pads and the bucklers and the chest shields and all that sort of stuff. Oaths of Moment. And there you have it, a 2,000 point commission painted Deathwing army from Den of Imagination Painting Studios. For those of you wondering, I will make another video on how I got here, why I picked this army. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video and happy wargaming.